I'm here with our student Lise Davis to do a little video for you for the April newsletter for Foot and Ankle Health Month. So we're going to go through a little routine that we've been doing with people's feet and ankles to get them ready for sporting events, walking, just kind of moving and life. So we've got a few things to do here. Get yourself comfortable, and you can do this along with us. You're going to cross your ankle over your knee. And we're going to start off with sort of this 4-point warm-up. And it's great, great, great for tennis players. So anybody who's watching that's a tennis player, this one is really important for you. So Lisa's going to grasp around her heel. And she's really, you can see how she's cupping the base of the heel bone here. And she's going to use her hand to start moving at the ankle. And so it's just going up and down. And you can see the foot's going up and down, up and down. And just so you know, this is just sort of a compendium of different things that I have been exposed to over the years in my varied continuing education and other experiences. So there really isn't a direct credit to this, but it's just a bunch of little things that have been stored in my head and put it together for folks. So we do about 10 repetitions, thereabouts, going up and down. And then keeping that same grasp on the heel bone, we do about 10 repetitions of going up and down or left and right. So it's a rocking kind of a movement. And you can just see how nicely Lise is showing the rocking that's happening between the top of the heel bone, if you will, and the ankle joint itself. So it's a rounded kind of an interface, and you want to feel like the movement is kind of rounded as well. Okay, so we do about our 10 repetitions, just showing another grasp that you could do if that's a little bit more comfortable for you to really get that bony movement. And then we move along to the midfoot. So this is where we use the image of wringing out a wet dish rag. And this is getting the mid-tarsal joints to rotate. So you can see the grasp that Lise has with one hand sort of stabilizing the ankle and the other hand wrapping around the foot just below the knuckles of the toes, the knuckles of those metatarsal heads, so right there. And she's going to create a rotating movement that would be much like wringing out a wet dish rag. And so again, just to be consistent, and we'll do that about 10 times. You can see she's not trying to do anything excessive. It's just a gentle rotational motion, which is meant to happen at these joints in order for your foot to accommodate to varied surfaces. So this is really big for balance. Hence, it's good for everybody, not just those tennis players, but boy, is it ever good for those tennis players. Anybody who's got to stop and start, maybe running around after your kids, and just getting that nice little rotational action. Now feel free to find the grasp that works the best for you. We're just suggesting this grasp, but you may need to flip your hand around and grasp from the little toe side and up. Some people find that they have a more comfortable grasp that way or a better control. So just kind of whatever works best for you. And then we come around to the final, which is taking the fingertips underneath the toe tips to match them. There we go. Kind of got a decent view of that, I think. Great. And now Lise is going to curl her toes under and create resistance with her fingers as she curls under. And then she's going to open those toes out. And then we're going to curl under with those fingers and open those toes out again. So it's just a nice gentle stretch back. And then it's actually active, muscularly active, to curl under, such that you'll probably feel a bit of muscle work activating in your arch, somewhere along the sole of the foot. And we activate these little muscles called your plantar intrinsics. These are guys that don't get a chance to work a whole lot when you're wearing shoes. And again, very, very important in balance. Great. And so again, we just stay consistent and say roughly, 10 repetitions or so. And we got some nice blood to those muscles. they've been given permission to work, and then they will work much better when Lise stands up. One thing you can do for your own curiosity is test your single leg standing balance before and after doing these exercises to see if you notice a difference. Like you could even do one foot, test your balance, and then go, oh, it's much better. I'm now motivated to do my other foot. Great. Now there's another little thing that we do, which is a stretch where we place the fingers between the toes. So a lot of people here at Synergy have purchased the Yoga Toes stretchers through the years, and this is just a convenient way to stretch the toes, much like those Yoga Toes, but you're just going to use your own fingers. And then you get those fingers kind of all the way back in the toes. Lisa's got her fingers all the way to the little V of her toes, and then she's going to move around at the ankle a little bit. So we're just continuing that stretch. So you can see how her fingers have curled under her toes there as she circles around. And it's just a nice way to reinforce some of that movement at your ankle. So if you don't have the time to do the whole thing, the whole repertoire, you could do this to get the ankle mobility, and then move on to that midfoot, bringing out the wet dish towel, and then curling the toes, and that would be a nice way to get the ankle all ready. So if you're running out of time, you can always shorten it up, but make sure you get that wringing out the towel. Boy, it's a really important one, and curling those toes. Great. Okay, so there you go, your tidbits. This is a nice little home program to refer to. Of course, you're going to do it on both feet, and thank you very much, Lise, for the use of your feet.